for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Alert. Go 14.
To throw is Wilson. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now Wilson. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain of 22. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very...
And Freeman lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season, with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed, because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Julio Jones. His 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. John Ross, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rule seminar, because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Wilson on first down. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Everson Griffin, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 22 yards there, a first down.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's good for the Bengals.
A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. On the draw, this will be Freeman. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Jason Witten, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point good by Gostkowski, and that'll make our score 14-7. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. That throw good for only a couple and brings up 3rd down. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Be quick.
On 1st down, Wilson. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Wilson now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson, forced out to his left. He'll let this go for the end zone, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Being chased out left. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw again is Wilson. Complete to Jason Witten. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards.
That's another Bengals first down. At the 11-yard line.
Here we go, dude. It's just me and you.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Now it's Wilson. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Danny Amendola with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gostkowski for the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
To throw is Murray. Trying to lay one up deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Let's go. It's a gain of 17 yards.
They had 2 tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up 1st down, too.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Christian McCaffrey, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and the lead is now 21-14. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Wilson now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's first and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's got him in, complete. It's Julian Edelman. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 30 on second down, Wilson. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he'll take it out in for a Bengals touchdown. Delaney Walker. His 9th touchdown of the season as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
But that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Murray again, 2nd and 10. It's caught, Smith. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Now Murray. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ryan Kerrigan able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson, he's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And Walker has it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Everson Griffin make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And going deep for Hill. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Tyreek Hill, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 46.
Alert.
Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, but it'll be second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On second and 10, Wilson buying time to his left. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line. Wilson will throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Delaney Walker, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gostkowski the extra point, and we are all tied at 28. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first two drives of the third quarter, one for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Running on first down, Eckler. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Play fake. Murray. This complete to Jones. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a first and 10 all the way down at the 21-yard line. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. From the 21, it's second and 10. Back to the air on second down, it's Murray. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Back of the 29. Murray with a third and long. That's to McCaffrey, complete. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and cause a nice play for lost yardage.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Freeman again. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Hey, we got Mike 50.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Got a man. It's Amendola. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 3rd down gain of 19. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. There's Wilson to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Larry Fitzgerald. Incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Wilson. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And the 13-year man puts it through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
Let's go. At their own 31-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Murray now. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Julio Jones. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Danny Amendola, that was the intended target. That'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Here's Wilson, escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Third and long. It's Wilson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
19.
They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from fourth down to first. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. To give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Here's Amendola now, jet sweep, and he bowls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Danny Amendola with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. This game wasn't tied for long. How about that? A big return here in the fourth.
And this is that time of game where every big play is magnified. Fourth quarter, kick return for a touchdown. You've got to feel great about your chances at this stage of the game.
Yeah, they regain the lead. Now we'll see if they can hold it. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown, as they are now just an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from.
And that's going to be intercepted. Malcolm Jenkins, the Pro Bowler. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Wilson wants to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he's got Fitzgerald. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Here's Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. Wilson to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. And there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Gostkowski with the extra point. And the lead is up to 8. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here.
This is taken in. It's complete. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22.
First down, Pittsburgh.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And he gets in just in the nick of time, so they get the touchdown they need. Now they need a 2-point conversion to tie it. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Let's go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Check.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now this throw caught left side. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Ryan Kerrigan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Murray. That one complete to Hill. That one good for 26 and a first down.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Steelers.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage you gain there is really kind of gravy. And this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance out field goals from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for Pittsburgh, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they go down to defeat for just the second time in 11 games so far. And they'll get it.
I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But it's in, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw it blind in my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull off. Hat on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They can't take it to 10.
Hey.
There ain't no time, is it? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist.